So there are many, many, many forms of fear. You can observe your own particular fear if you are interested, if you are serious. Because a mind that is frightened, knowingly or unknowingly, can try to meditate. Right? And that meditation only leads to further misery, further corruption. Because the mind that's frightened can never see what is true. Right? So we are going to find out together, if it is possible, to be totally, completely be free of fear in all its depth. Right? Now we are undertaking a job which demands a very careful observation. To observe one's own fear. And how you observe that fear is all important. Right? Can we go on? How do you observe the fear? Is it a fear that you have remembered and so recall it and then look at it? Or is it a fear that you have had no time to observe and therefore it's still there? Or the mind is unwilling to look at fear. You followed? I wonder if you're coming with me. So which is it that is actually happening? Unwilling to look? Unwilling to observe one's own fears? Because most of us do not know how to resolve them. Either we escape, run away, or, all the things, analyze, thinking thereby we'll get rid of it. But the fear is still there. So it's important to find out how you look at that fear. Right? How do you observe fear? Right, now you're finished with him, now let's come back. How do you observe fear? This is not a silly question, because either you observe it after it has happened, or you observe it as it is happening. Right? For most of us, the observation takes place after it has happened. Right? Now we are asking whether it is possible to observe fear as it arises. Right? That is, you are threatened by another belief, a belief that you hold very strongly, you are threatened about it. There is fear in that, right? Now, I'm challenging you now You have certain beliefs, certain experience, certain opinions, judgments, evaluations, and so on. When one is challenging them, there is either resistance, building a wall against it, or you are doubtful whether you're going to be attacked, and so fear arises. Now, can you observe that fear as it arises? Right? Come on, sirs. Right? You follow what I'm saying? Will you do it? Are you doing it? Now, how do you observe that fear? The word, the recognition of the response which you call fear, because you have had that fear previously, the memory of it is stored up, and when the fear arises, you say, recognize it. Right? So, you are not observing, but recognizing. I wonder if you see this. Huh? So, recognition doesn't free the mind from fear. It only strengthens the fear. Whereas, if you are able to observe as it arises, then there are two factors taking place in it. One, that you are different from that fear, right? And so you can operate on that fear, control it, chase it away, rationalize it, and so on. That is you doing something about that fear, right? That's the way we generally observe. In that, there is a division, the me and the fear. So there is conflict in that division, right? Whereas if you observe that fear is you, you are not different from that fear. I wonder if you get this. This is really, if you once grasp the principle of this, that the observer is the observed, that the person who says, I am observing, then he is separating himself from that which he is observing, whereas the fact is, the observer is that fear. Therefore, there is no division between the observer and the fear. Right? That's a fact.